You who are not yet on my Telegram community, I'm so sure we've not been interacting for such a while. For those of you who are not yet 10 Trade members, what are you waiting for? My name is Ken Kimani. Welcome to this weekly outlook. I'll be here to share with you some of what I'm expecting to see the market doing. Keep in mind that this week we have lots and lots of news happening. And also, we've been seeing that Trump has been talking. And when Trump's talk, especially when this era, he's saying that Powell should resign, he should fire Powell. And then Powell is very steady. He says he's going to cut rates only because only if the projections or the data comes out favoring rate cuts. And then Trump is saying that Powell should cut rates. So it's a lot in the market that has been happening over the weekend or last week. Thank you to. I've seen that Trump has also increased some tariffs on EU. I think 30%. I'm not so sure about that, but we'll be checking in the market. I saw just a headline somewhere. I didn't follow so much, but we'll be checking today in the market. I've also seen that Form C minutes zilikuja last week, and they signified a rate cut, but they said only if the data supports. And Powell has been very, very strong about it. I think one of the most difficult job right now in the world is to be Powell, because with Trump, it's a lot, and I know it's not something that so many people would be very comfortable doing. You see, the head of state is telling you to do this, and then you are saying you are not going to do this because that is politics. On the other hand, he cannot fire you legally. However, he's the one who appointed you. And I want you to go and check this documentary. Let me share the screen first of all before even we go to the before we even go to this week's weekly analysis. I can show you something here. I want you to go and check this documentary. This documentary called the Age of the Age of Easy Money. I think by CNBC. It is very, very powerful. The Age of Age. Let me share the screen actually so that you guys can see it. The Age. Sorry. The Age of. So Amazon. CNBC documentaries on money. Let's see. Why don't I remember the name right now? Easy Money. I think it's Easy Money. Easy Money documentary. Documentary. Easy Money documentary. Although we are live, I've not checked if you started streaming. Yeah. But I can see we are already up and running. Yes. Okay. Yes. Ah, nice. So we are up. The Age of Easy Money. See, this documentary, it's not by CNBC, it's by Frontline PBS. Yes. This documentary talks. Is it this one? Yes. Yes. No. This one. Yes, this one. Sorry. This is the documentary I'm talking about. The Age of Easy Money, PBS Frontline. It's a documentary that talks how Trump elected Powell, or how Trump and Powell were besties. Before, let me just switch off his audio. Yes. So this documentary talks about how Trump elected this guy, and this guy, what he had talked with Trump. Powell, they have discussed, of course. Then of course Trump Powell akakosa kufanya kenye Trump alikuwa anataka. You understand? So that's it. That's why they are even again. This is the documentary. You can go and watch it at your own free time. But how are you guys doing anyway? Personally, I am well. I have been trading last week. Last week on my Telegram community, it was not as easy. I remember there was this day that I gave a gold setup. The first one was a sell. The first one was I expected a buy, then it is sold. I entered the second entry SL, the third entry SL, and I told my people that tough day. Let me show you actually. Hey, that day was bad. That day was tough. I told my people T for tough. Imagine. Yeah. Let me show. You see this one? Hmm? This one here. You see, I told my people T for tough, and 19 people were there. Actually, someone unsubscribed, I think, because of the SLs that we've been taking. But anyway, it's the market. I'm not. Anyway, I cannot be responsible for you. Okay, as much as I'm responsible, yes, I want to say that I am responsible. However, you cannot fault me for all the SLs. It's the market, and we are doing probability. And trading is all about probability of a setup. There is no one who really knows what will happen in the market. We are just hopeful that the trades will go our way, right? Sindio? Ama namna gani? Yeah. Just hopeful that trades will go our way. And if they don't, I mean, there's nothing much we can do. Sindio? So welcome to everyone. We've done how many minutes before even starting? So because I need to tell see those people who join later and then they'll say, hey, this guy was talking a lot and this guy was talking a lot and we had not analyzed the market. So but I think it's 7 minutes. Welcome. If you've not liked the video, please like the video and let's look at what the market has. And we will start off with Gbpusd. So Gbpusd, last week I shared this setup and I was waiting patiently for us to be activated. And by the way, if you guys can hear me, please drop a one. If you can hear me, drop a one. I would not want to be listening to myself here, or I would not want to be talking to myself. But if you can hear me, you can drop a one there. If you cannot hear me, please tell me. So this setup I had shared on my Telegram community, and I had told people that we expect this zone here, right here, though this demand zone, we expect to see some buys activated. However, because of this fair value gap, you can see a fair value gap here, and this huge fair value gap, we expect the market will come down here, and we agreed that we will be entering this market at the 71% level. And as you can see that the market came here, let me show you. The market came here, and you see this demand zone. You can see it did not break at first, and it gave you a good week. Now you will see people on the 15-minute time frame, or smart money concept traders or retail traders. Most of us, we are retail traders here. We don't have a lot of money to be competing with the banks. You will see they came here. Let me show you how you could have easily lost money with this trade if you are not patient. That is, so you can see this trade here. So this was the order block right here, and you can see that even on SMC it didn't give you an entry to buy, because this was the high that you waited for a change of character. And as you can see, this high was never broken, meaning that only people who did not follow a lower time frame confirmation or did not have confirmations took a sell on this trade, because this was the high that we expected to see it breaking so that we can continue buying. However, I told you be on the lookout for that zone, because we will be having early buyers being tagged in. And as you can see with this week, early buyers was tagged in, and then boom, you can see that if SL was down here, the SL was taken out, and now we have continued to come now to our entry level. Now this market is at 71% fib level. Remember that on the higher time frame, 4 hours time frame, daily time frame, we enter our trades on the higher time frame, or we enter our trades at the 71%. Minutes. Some technical errors there, but don't you worry. Yes, don't worry. It's just that it was just a technical hitch. Yes. You can. Yes, I am back. We are back. Yes, I was telling you about this GBP USD, and I was saying that on the higher time frame, we always enter our trades at the 71 percent. However, on this specific entry, I'm checking to enter my entry at the 71% fib level. Reasons being because we have a fair value gap below the 71% and it's big, and we are expecting this market might push down on this fair value gap to come and fill this fair value gap before heading upwards, or before going towards now our what we expect to see the market going up now, because it's already now in our zone. We just wait to see if we'll tap the 75%. If you want to have confirmations, you can go to the lower time frame. You can go even to the 15 time frame and wait to have a confirmation of we want to see now this low taken out, so that we can see this high taken out and we see a change of character if you trade SMC. But I don't trade SMC, so I'm waiting for this market to come at the 75% and it targets to go all the way up here. Okay, so I still maintain my my trade. However, if you have gone to the 50, if you went to the 15 minutes time frame to look for some selling opportunities, let me show you. You would have found this beautiful selling opportunity right here, right over here. I remember I did not share this setup on my Telegram community. However, because we were expecting to sell, I did not want to confuse my audience. But this is it. So sorry, if you did enter, or if you did draw your Fibonacci level from this swing low to this swing from this swing high to this swing low, because of this break of structure here and this liquidity sweep here, you could have entered beautifully at the 75%, as I have told you, and then you're targeting yourself at 0%. And as you can see, this trade was close to zero drawdown. However, it did enter to some drawdown. No, actually it didn't. It entered to some a very minimal drawdown, and it went all the way to the 0%. So if you traded the 15 minutes, you would have found this setup. Right now, I cannot tell you to enter in the 15 minutes in this GBP USD, so we can delete this one now, of course, because imemaliza kazi yake. But right now, we are looking to buy this market. If you want to enter at the 71%, of course, if you have a bigger account, you can enter the trade today, or let's see how the market opens. But I don't think we will have so much bigger major impact. But however, I'm waiting to see this trade getting into the 75% and later going to the direction that we are intending, or later changing it to bullish. As you can see, this momentum, the sell momentum is not very high. You can see with this candle pattern here, the sell momentum is not very high, not like this one. You cannot compare this sell momentum compared to this one. See, this one was very aggressive, but this one, it's very conservative. After GBP USD, we always go to Euro USD. And this is our Euro USD. Euro USD, again, of course, last week we analyzed, and I told you I was looking to see some buy setups. And I have told you we will be having some early buyers being tagged in right here. And as you can see, they were tagged in, and they got to take some few pips and later went to being returned to be bearish. You can see here, I was trying to see if we can get a sell from this zone here, right over here, and that's why you saw me drawing this Fibonacci level. And this sell, actually, if you entered that sell, you would have taken some few pips. How many pips? Let me say. Or you would have taken this trade from the 75% or the 71%, and you would have taken yourself around 74 pips. However, this is a counter trend, and I remember I'm doing this one because I was just talking to one of my students, and I tell him then that you can always look for some sell setups at the 4 hour or at the 15 minutes time frame. Yes. So for sell, this was a very, very good valid sell. Also, if you went to the 15 minutes, I am on the 15 minutes time frame right now, and you can see right now. Let's try and look for another sell opportunity right over here. This one, there was no break of structure right here, so you would not have entered this trade. Let's see, this one, we have a break of structure right over there. However, now I don't think this market went up there. This one, there is no break of structure, so there's no re-entry on the 15 minutes time frame. So Euro USD, we still wait to see if the market will come to our entry here down here, and then we can continue being bullish on this Euro USD. As you can see, this is the 4-hour time frame, and we are very, very, very extra actually bullish. We can also go to the daily time frame and see what is happening in the daily time frame. Also in the daily time frame, we are bullish. So Euro USD 4-hour, we maintain this course because we have not found a 15 minutes re-entry for sales. We go to the mighty gold. No, before we go to the mighty gold, I want to go to Audi USD. Audi USD, I remember I had shown you that early buyers will be tricked, and apparently I was wrong. And sometimes the market can come and do whatever it wants. However, for Audi USD, if you followed fundamentally very well, we expected some rate cuts, and they cut, I think, 30 basis points, and that's why you have seen. Did they cut? Did they cut? Let me actually look here, because I can definitely check right over here. I remember we had expected some to see some rate cuts on Audi USD. Let me see. Want to check. I can't even remember the day very well. It was not on first. It was okay. I think it was 9th. Somewhere there. I think it was, yes, 9th. No, it was not 9th. Was it 10th? Let's see. It was not 10th. Oh, you want to see the screen, eh? Sorry. Let me show you the screen. Let me show you the screen. Let me show the screen. Yes, there's the screen. I'm checking to see when did the rate cuts occur. Yes, here. Yes, we expected to see these rate cuts, and they increased rates with. They did not. Okay, this is what happens. Sorry for the contradiction that I'm giving you right now, but let me explain to you what happened in the Audi. Audi, we expected to see some rate cuts. Okay, however, they maintained rates the same way as previous. Okay, so we expected to see some rate cuts, but they eventually they maintained rates kwenye tu zilikuwa. Okay, so that's why we have seen, let me switch screen. That's why we've seen this Audi gaining very, very good strength over here. So because we expected to see that this trade will come down here, it will be violated, or it will violate these laws and come to our entry. However, it went straight to our take profit without activating us. I don't think even this one has reached 50%. However, it's still okay, and we will be looking now for more other opportunities. This setup, right, for me right now, it's still valid unless this setup for me it's valid unless now it breaks this high over here. So if it breaks this high over here, now that's when we will say the setup is invalidated. We can go to the mighty gold, then we go to other pairs. So mighty gold over here, as I told you, when was this? On July 8th. Hey, man, the July 8th was not gold was not golding. I remember I had looked for some sell setups, and it just went and hit my SL, as you can see right over here. These trades, they really, really hurt me. As you can see over here, we had this push to the downside over there, and we are still continuing with this now. The market has shifted. It has shifted. As you can see, this was our low, our low right over there, and we can say this was not a valid break of structure. We can say this one is just a liquidity sweep, because you can see that it has swept these lows here, this low and this low. Then it has started pushing to the upside. This one is, for me, this is a valid break of structure. Sorry, I have drawn a Fibonacci tool. I should be drawing these. These are very good, very good break of structure. And we found another break of structure right over there, and another break of structure right over there. I'm so sure you are asking me, why am I selling this trade and it is in and we are buying? So I went, sorry guys, I know most of you would not agree to me that sometimes trading the most lower time frames, especially when it comes to something like gold, you can find yourself having some good setups, and this is in the 3 minutes time frame. This is when I caught this trade. I remember this trade into a drawdown, because I was in a drawdown of like 2%. Into a drawdown, and it gave me a good 2.45 risk to reward. It gives me, by the way, into a drawdown. I was in a drawdown of 2%, and this trade ikanitoa. So I remember this is a down, this is an uptrend. However, I saw this opportunity, and I saw we broke this one. Yes, I don't tikatai. We broke this. This was a break of structure. However, see this one now, this low was supposed to be, you see, because you are buying, we are supposed to be seeing a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, now because you are buying, right? And this for me was my higher low. However, it was violated. Nimesema violated. We are all Kenyans. However, you've seen what I've done there. However, this law was violated, okay? And being violated, let me show you, kidogo. So this law was violated. So for me, this was a very good break of structure, because you see, remember, and let me remind you this one, we are in a bullish trend, okay? In a bullish trend, we expect to see higher high, higher low, 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 higher high, higher low. Then if there's a market shift, structure shift, we see a lower, lower, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high. Okay, so that is how generally the market will move. Okay, so for me, this was a break of structure. So this was a high, low. Okay, high, low. Okay, then another high right over there. So what did I look for? I looked for a selling opportunity. So this was a very good break of structure. Okay, remember, gold moves very many pips, because as you can see from here, from my entry to my SL right over there, this is 40 pips. And if I was entering Euro USD, and I find myself like this is the entry that I am having here, this one would be like 15 pips, but this gold, this is like 40 pips. Okay, so 40 pips meaning if I was risking $100, or if I entered with a 0.1 lot size, I was only risking $40 to get $80. So for me, I was risking $100 to get $200, where I came out of drawdown. Okay, so as you know, as I have taught you, you draw these swing points from this swing high to this swing low. And also this, for those of you who trade ICT, this one we had, what is it called? Unicorn. But sasa nasikianga sometimes unicorn ikikosa ku respect you mnaitanga ndovu. So yes, so this is how it went. And it was very beautiful trade. And actually, I remember I did not stay this trade for so long. I can't remember the exact time, but let's see. It was how many minutes? Yeah, sorry. Let's check it out. I just want to check it out so that you can know that gold can really give you some good money if you know how to trade it. Yeah. That's why unaona tunapigwa sell kwa gold na bado tunarudi. Yes, so it was just 45 minutes and unapata $200. 45 minutes, imagine 45 minutes unapata $200. 45 minutes, and that is the salary ya mtu for a whole month, because watu wengi wanalipa kutoka 20 Gs 30 Gs, you know, having unapata, I'm saying $200 because I risk 100, but it was 2.45, so it is $245 to be specific. So $245 is salary ya mtu for a whole year, no, for a whole month. Beg your pardon before you come say that mtu alipo hivyo for a whole year, but salary ya mtu ya a whole month ni $250. So it was a very, very good trade. Okay, so what do I expect to see on gold? Where gold is, not unless now it breaks here, that's when I can say now we have a higher time frame, a break of structure. Okay, but if you go to the 15 minutes, let's go to the 15 minutes. If we go to the 15 minutes, we can see this is now the clear break of structure, right? I don't know why I'm keeping, I think I like the FOIB tool more because it has made my trading very easy. Now I have, I'm highlighting it very often. You see, there. So for me, this was the break of structure. So I am waiting at least, if we don't see a higher time frame, this candle, or the candle closing above this line here. Actually, yes. Actually, let me put it in another color because I'll be using it this week. So if we don't see 4-hour time frame closing above this candle, it's a break of structure. We might see some pullback. Okay, but if the trades, or if the market opens, and breaks this candle over here in the 4 hours, remember, not the lower time frame, the 4 hours time frame, we see candle closure above here, we expect to see now the market continuing to be bullish. Okay, but if in the 15 minutes, if you want to scalp some good quick pips, like 100 pips or 200 pips on gold, you can expect this market to come here in the lower time frame, break this low here, wait for this break, by the way, and then probably it will activate some buy orders, and then it will come to our entry, and this trade might come until right over here where there is fair value gap before heading up. Okay, so that is what I expect to see gold behaving this week. I think this is a very good setup, and I can even share it on my Telegram community. So that is how I expect to see gold doing. The 4-hour time frame will be looking. Yes, I have shared with my Telegram community. You are missing a lot if you've not, by the way, joined my Telegram community. So gold, I am expecting to see these buyers, first of all, being tagged in, and then we will see some early buyers being tagged in, and of course it will come and hit the SL before coming to our entry and then going directly to our TP. Okay, remember, on the lower time frame, we enter our trades at the 75%, at the 75%, and SL at the 100. Right over there, sell 100, and target, we will be targeting the 0% right over there. Okay, so that is how I expect to see gold behaving this week. Okay, or tomorrow. Actually, I'll be expecting this gold to behave this way tomorrow, because of course we are going to open the market today at midnight, but gold markets, I think it opens at 2 p.m 1 p.m 2 p.m, I don't know, I've never stayed there was a time that I stayed open to buy gold wakati kulikuwa na war, and yeah, anyway, this is how I expect to see gold behaving this tomorrow or this week. Okay, that is the lower time frame, that is the 15 minutes. What USD card? Let's look at this USD card. Let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. So USD card, we expect to see this market pushing up right over here, so that we can see a beautiful selling opportunity. Remember, I told you we want to see this high being broken. It has not yet been even tapped. It has not yet even reached where we want. So we might see, if you trade USD card using my strategy, I mean, you'll have to wait a lot and you have to be very, very patient. Not unless now you go and do the 15 minutes and look for a buy opportunity to the top. Buy opportunity to the top. So this was the last beautiful break of structure. So ikombali bado. So I don't think we have something on USD card apart from what we expected last week. Let's go to USD USD JPY, and then we'll go to BTC, and then we'll now go to other currency pairs. So USD this is my setup for I think 3 weeks ago. I remember, I don't know if someone is still holding this trade because I had told you guys to put a break even here. So if you still holding, I don't know. I don't have so much faith on this trade right now. I can see it coming probably to fill this fair value gap right over here. This is USD card. Oh, sorry. So what you have analyzed is USD JPY. Let me see. Now I'm confused. Oh, what you've analyzed, this is USD CHF, which I'm still waiting to see what will happen. Now, for USD card, we've been having this trade for like 3 weeks now, and I had told people to get out or to take some trailing stop losses right over here. And I'm so sure if you did take this, if you didn't exit here because of this low, okay, now I expected you to put some trailing over here, which has already been hit. So we might see the market coming to fill this. If you've not yet put the B, if you're still holding your SL, it's okay. But right now we wait to see the market if it will come to fill this fair value gap before heading straight down. Okay, that is what I expect. I still expect to see the market coming to fill this fair value gap now before heading straight down. Okay, let's go to USD JPY. USD JPY, I had told you I remember someone asked me what was my view on USD JPY, and I told them that I am still waiting to see how this fair value gap will be filled. So the fair value gap has been filled. So what we expect to see is either we see this now zone being broken, and I will let me put my original color. Yes, I want to see now this zone being broken. If it is broken, we will be having another break of structure, and now we'll be looking for some more buying opportunities. So let's see if this zone will be broken and we will be having another fair or another break of structure. So that is for me on USD JPY. BTC. BTC has been a very, very bullish. I remember we had this setup last week on our weekend before we're heading for the weekend. I did this setup I think last week on last week, not this week, last week on Thursday, 4th of July. 4th of July, that was on Friday. I expect to see the market coming down and filling this fair value gap right over here, but later coming and going to be a very, very bullish market. But however, it did not, and it's okay. So we can delete this one because it has already been violated. Okay, and we can delete this alert now because I even had alert. I wanted to enter because the broker I use or the the funded account that I use, not prop farm, the funded account that I use, they accept trading over the weekend. It's called 10 trade accounts. So I wanted to see if we can have a bullish or a buy over there, right over there, which has already been being invalidated because you see the BTC is really, really bullish, really bullish. And I don't know if you've been seeing some, I don't know if it's rumors or what, that Trump will make CGP people rich on what day. I don't have that information accurately, so I cannot share with you. But so BTC, I think we will continue to see some push upwards to the BTC. So I have an assignment for you. Is this a break of structure? Is this a valid break of structure? Or if it was you, you would consider this one. Which one would you consider? This is A, this is B. Which one would you consider? A or B? Break of structure. For me, I think I will be considering this one. This is high break of structure. So We expect to see if we are going ever going to, if the market is ever going to come to back to our 71%. Our 71% is right over here. But the thing with Bitcoin, it can buy today and then tomorrow it dumps and dumps and dumps. And as you can see in the 75% right over here, we have a very good fair value gap. So we might see the market dropping this way. First of all, is activating these buys right over here. So drop, comes here, activate the buys, then comes, fills our fair value gap right over there, and then see a buy. Okay, so that is what I would be expecting to see on BTC. That is on the yeah, actually that is 15 minutes time frame. Oh wow, that is 15 minutes time frame. So that actually might happen very very soon. Yes, because this is a 15 minutes time frame. I thought it was 4 hour, by the way, but anyway. Yep, if you trade Bitcoin, that's what you should be checking. Let's look at Gbpjpy. Gbpjpy, I remember I had given you this buy setup. Actually, it was not activated, and we are still waiting to see if the market will come to fill this fair value gap. It's very, very huge. I'll be putting my limit orders at the 71% because now this one might not go to the 75% because of that fair value gap. It's very, very huge, and it is above our 71% fib level. So we might see this Gbpjpy coming, dropping till 197.678. However, if you take this buy, please hold up to this buy up to 208. If you can, hold that buy up to the 208 if you see that GBP buys, or if it activates, you hold that buy until 208. Okay. Oh, we've not been, you guys have not been seeing me. No, you should. I mean, I have been. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys have not been seeing these charts. Ah la la la. Ah. Why? And you've not been saying, really? Hell, man. What the hell? What the hell? Anyway, okay, kangoma kidogo as I sort my mess out here. Wait. Hey. I never thought that you guys are not seeing it. Okay. I don't know if you guys where I lost you, but anyway, all my setups I'll be sharing them on my Telegram community. So Gbpjpy, as I was saying, I am expecting to see a break of this low right over here. So if we break this low now, I can see this fair value gap, so I'll be entering at the 71% because this fair value gap is above the 71%, and then we will be seeing a buy up to our zone right over there. So if you see this setup, if you activate this, if your buys are activated this setup, please enter your TP at 208. I see the market going to 208, and if you are trading last year Gbpjpy, ulikuwa tu una expect tu unangoja tu kuona sales, then you add more buys. Yeah, it was beautiful. Audi JPY. I remember when we were in this zone and I was not sure what was happening right over here. So Audi JPY again, they did not cut rates as expected, and that's why you've seen the Audi very, very strong and very bullish. I'm so sure here we cannot find any trade. Not unless you tell me we go in the 1 minute time frame. There we cannot. You see, in the 15 minutes, there is no trade. 3 minutes, no trade again, because you see, we okay. Oh, in the 3 minutes, you can find a risky entry. Very risky. Yeah, right over there. And actually, has it activated? Let's see if it has been active. What the hell? What the hell? So the trade has not been activated, but probably if your broker is very good with trades, probably it activated you right over there. And yes, that is in the 3 minutes, but I don't advise you to trade on the 3 minutes if you don't have the experience of trading 3 minutes. So how did JPY? I'm so sure we cannot find any trade over there. Let's go to Eurocard. Then we go to GBP card. Eurocard. I expected to see the market moving up, downwards, and then upwards. The market has not yet done so. We analyzed this market together with someone by a girl by the name Leslie. We analyzed this sales opportunity right over there, and if she was keen enough, or if she did not remove her limit order, Leslie, if you do not remove your limit order, then you have this sell. Yes, if you did not remove your limit order as we discussed, you have these cells right over here. Yes, I don't know. I think is she watching? I don't know if she's watching, but if she is, you can confirm to me that if you are still on this trade, because I remember me telling you that we should see how this trade comes up. So if we do something else, Naika to fail, then makosa ni yetu. However, this trade was very, very well played. Let me just put it right over there in the Telegram community. Yes, this trade was very, very well analyzed. We analyzed this trade. I told you, you hold your horses, wait till the 75% or 71%, and then we can see our setups being activated. And it was activated. Let's go. We're still waiting for this buy opportunity. So if it has not happened, then we have nothing to worry about. Let's go to Euro GBP. Euro GBP, we expected to see some buys over here. I wanted to see this low being broken. It was never broken over last weekend or last week. The low was not broken. So, and the market is going to now to probably violate our TP. This setup again, it's still valid unless now we see a candle closure for our candle closure at the 0% fib level, and then we will know that our market has been violated and they have created another break of structure. Let's go to GBP card. GBP card again, beautiful entry right over here. I was waiting for this setup for the whole week, and I got triggered into this setup. However, I had issues with my account and I requested for a reset on 10 trade platforms, and that is when I'm no longer active on this trade. Okay, but this trade was activated on Friday, and probably I might enter this trade on Monday or market open, because I see now we might start seeing a bullish momentum on this gold. As you can see, the GBP card was coming down very, very quickly, but when it get here, started being now conservative. We were very, very aggressive, and as you can see, some bullish candles are very, very aggressive. So we might see this trade heading to our take profit, if not hitting our take profit this week. Let's go to Eurusd, I remember Eurusd, we expected to see some buys right over here, and then we were never activated on these buys, or we were activated on these buys, sorry, and then we got an SL. We were hit this SL to boom. And one of the reasons that I said sometimes it's good to hit SL is because I have previously backtested this strategy, and I saw, and I told myself, if we ever find ourselves we have a double bottom, or we ever find ourselves we have a fair value gap below the swing high, or the swing high and the swing low, we never enter that trade, because the market might come and fill this fair value gap down here and then continue being bullish. Okay, so this was another setup that I completely ignored all my strategy or all of my confluences, and that's why we have that SL, which is very okay, by the way. It's very, very healthy. Sometimes it's good to have such SL, so that when you analyze something, or when you do get to analyze some things, you would be and figure out why you are losing some trades. Yeah, you will be something in it. You will what am I saying? You will now be disciplined. Yes, that is the word I was looking for. No man cannot multitask. That's why, probably. This buy setup Gbpjpy, we had it last week. I told you guys to set break even. If you didn't set your break even, I know this trade, it can be very, very helpful, because this trade went now straight to our SL after going how many pips? Let's see how many pips after taking after giving us around how many pips are these one? 259 pips. If I know, yes, 259 pips. You are given a 259 pips, and yet you want to say that you never got something. Anyway, it's okay. It's okay anyway. Yes. So apparently now we have seen a market shift. We can confidently see this as a break of structure. So we'll be waiting to see if the market now starts retracing, because it has not. We cannot draw a Fibonacci level because the market has not yet started giving us a retracement. Okay, we will be waiting for a retracement, and probably to go to the 75%, and then later to the 0%. If the 75% is over there where I have drawn, you guys wait for the problem is it is stretched down here, so market might come and fill this fair value gap right over here. Okay, so be very, very, very cautious with this trade. Okay, yes, so that is it for GBP card. Oh, Gbpjpy, sorry, Gbpjpy. So we cannot draw a Fibonacci level right now, because we have not seen the market coming up or retracing to the towards the upside. Okay, let's go to Euro NZ. Euro NZ. Oh wow. So actually, let me tell you something about this Euro NZ. Euro NZ, I said I've never drawn trend line. If you've drawn a trend line, please tell me up in the comment section. Am I doing it correctly? Remember, I drew this trend line with my friend, with the help of my friend right over there. His name is Dwayne. Big shout out to Dwayne. He trades sometimes trend lines, and he also trades my strategy. And he told me that this is a collect buy. So again, I was on this trade until I requested for an account reset with my funded account company, the company that I use, it's called 10 Trade, and unfortunately now I'm no longer on this trade. But this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade. It is not on our what we trade normally, but this is a very, very beautiful, beautiful trade. And I see it continuing to be very, very bullish. It's not on the strategy that we analyze together, or the strategy that I have taught you there. That's trend lines, and trend lines, people have been taught trend lines over and over again. Baby tips teach you trend lines. YouTube teaches you trend lines. Everything teaches you trend lines. So if you have not drawn the trend line very correctly, you can always share with me hapo hivo kwa the comment section. Okay, again, here we have what do we have here? This is GBP I told you, I remember telling you guys to get out of this trade right over here last week on Sunday. I told you to get out of this trade right over here. If you didn't, Yeah, I'm hoping you have a BE. If you did set your BE right over here, it has already been broken. So this trade, we cannot analyze it anyway because the only thing we can say is we wait to see if this trade will hit this high here or it will break this low. So one of them must happen before analyzing or finding any other setup. Okay. So oh, this pair I have not analyzed it. It's called Eurogpjpy. I don't know why I always forget to analyze this Eurogpy thing. I don't know. So Eurogpy, we waited to see a buy entry last week on Sunday. I remember giving you this buy entry, but unfortunately, the market did not come to our entry, and that is how we say the mark or the trade it has been invalidated because the market did not hit our entry. However, we have seen now the market continuing pushing upwards. We cannot find another we cannot find a setup right over here because you can see this market is it's at the most premium level, right? Huku juu. So on the 15 minutes time frame, we cannot also find any setup. So I don't have any setup for EuroJP. Why not? Unless you tell me we go for the 3 minutes time frame, and I cannot analyze 3 minutes time frame with you if you have not at least mastered the 4-hour time frame. So I don't think CAD-JPY. Yes, I did not analyze CAD-JPY. Again, CAD-JPY, we expected to see this buy over here. It was an additional buy of this trade. Okay, not additional actually, because this trade already hit TP, and we expect to see the market if it will come and activate us at the 71% level. Unfortunately, the market activated at the golden zone, which people say it is their golden zone, that is between 50 and 60%. I'm so sure this is 60 somewhere there, and it went straight to our TP, making this setup to be invalidated. So this was a very beautiful buy opportunity. If you held this trade, I'm so sure you took a lot of time in the market, but it was worth it. Okay, so this trade watu waliingilia hapa, and then they held it up to there. That is holding a trade for 13 days and 4 hours just to get a 2.45 RR. Actually, this was a 3 RR because people entered at the what is it called, 75% fib level. So we can delete all this because it has been invalidated. Ama namna gani? So we can see this is the break of structure right over here. We can also see this is another break of structure right over here. So what do we expect to see? We cannot analyze, or we cannot draw some fib levels here because we even don't have a fair value gap. So but this fair value gap is very, very strong. So we might see the market coming now. We might draw our fair value gap right over there to here so that we can see the market coming again to tap these fair value gaps. So what we expect to see is either this market now start retracing mdogo, and then coming to our entry, and then going all the way to the take profit. I'm not saying this will be a consolidation because I have drawn a consolidation right over there, but that is what I expect to see on CAD-JPY. So there's no trade that there's no market that I've not analyzed. So if there is any question that you would want to pose to me or ask me, my DM is always open at Ken Kimani Mogo at Chats Mindset everywhere. You can always find me, and I will be here to guide you, help you, and always show you how I go about in these markets. Remember, I trade with a broker called 10 Trade Africa. That is the link. You can scan that link and you can enter to the broker that I use. This is their website. Let me show you. So this is their website. You can come to www.10trade.com. You see, this is about so this is about 10 Trade. You can go to 10trade.com and you can see that they have, this is a multi-check. Okay, let me relax. Let me take it again. 10 Trade is a multi-asset broker which also gives you funded accounts or funded program. Okay, so for the broker accounts, they have 1:500 leverage. So don't be fooled that the higher the leverage, the more you will earn. The higher the leverage, the more you will earn, yes, but the higher the leverage, the more you might also lose. Okay, so we give you a leverage of up to 1:500, and we are a regulated broker. Of course, you can trade with the MT5 that is on the desktop and also on your phone. Okay, so When you come to our plans, right over here, you can see we have the Pro plan. The Pro plan, this is the brokerage account types. Okay, so on the Pro plan, you can see that our spreads are 1.2 pips spreads, and this is a commission free trade, so it is 1.2 pips, but the minimum deposit for this account is $100. We also have the ECN account. The ECN account, you are charged a commission. Okay, and then the leverage is 1:500. Minimum deposit is $300. Okay, so that is when it comes to the ECN accounts. Then you can go to the funded accounts if you want to try the funded program accounts, and you'll just go to tentrade.com, and then you'll see a funded accounts right over there. Let's see. Let's wait for it to open. My internet wants to disappoint me right now. Wow. Okay, verification successful. So that, yes. So if you want to learn more about the funded accounts, you can always call me and I'll be here to guide you. They have the instant funding account and they also have the evaluation accounts. So for instant accounts, there is no evaluation test. You go straight to funding. The accounts ranges from 1,000. They have a 3,000 account, 10,000, 30,000, 90,000, 270, and then $500,000. Imagine having a $500,000 account. I mean, that is the best account that you can ever find. Because imagine, even if you target yourself 2% of this, a 2% of $5,000 account, you target yourself 2%. That is how much? Because 10% is 50,000. 2% will be 10,000. Yes, if you target yourself 2,000, 50%, no, 2%, sorry, 2%, you're very good to go. And their payout is after 15 days. But if you get 10% of your account, you can always request your payout with a minimum trading days of 5. You can request your payout anytime after trading for 5 days. They also have evaluation accounts. Evaluation accounts ranges from $3,000, $10,000, $30,000, $90,000 to $70,000, and then $500,000. The evaluation, you have to get at least 10% before moving to the live account. You can see the drawdown right over here. They have 6%, 6%, 6% for both 3,000, 10,000, and 30,000, 6% daily drawdown. Give me a prop firm or anywhere you are given a 6% daily drawdown for your instant accounts and also for evaluation accounts. Then when you go to overall account, you can A9876755. Okay, minimum trading days again is 5 days, but when you go to the 270 and $500,000, minimum trading days is 10 days. Okay, maximum open position again for mini, bronze, silver, and gold, it is 5 accounts. And also, when you go to the diamond master, you can open up to 10 positions. This lot size rule is no longer valid, so you don't have to trade with any lots. You can trade with any lot size you want. Of course, there is no consistency, but they have a profit score of 25%, meaning you cannot make more than 25% of your total profit at a single day or a single trade. And of course, you can see the leverage for the funded accounts is 1:100, but leverage for the broker account is 1:400. Register now, the funded trader program, make money, and then you'll get a 70% profit split after every 14 days. But if you are an aggressive trader, you can always request your payout after a period of 5 days or after a minimum trading days of after a minimum 5 trading days. Yes, that is the correct English. Indio. My name is Ken Kimani. I want to thank you, everyone who has been part and parcel of this live session. I know it's been long. Sometimes we had a technical hitch over there. But if you want to see all my setups, I have shared all my setups on my Telegram community. That is Chats Mindset. The link is on the description right below here. You can always check it out. If you want to register for 10 Trade account, you can also check the description right on the description box, and you can register at 10 with 10 Trade. Remember, it's a regulated broker which also gives you funded accounts. My name is Ken Kimani. Let's meet next week. Let's meet on the Telegram community. Let's analyze the market, and I wish you a very, very peaceful and profitable week ahead.